Hi, welcome back to the Save It for Parts channel. Today I was planning to work on my airboat and get it a little more spruced up and ready to get out on some ice this winter. However, my garage is completely full of junk, as usual. And part of my workbench is full of even more junk that I haven't even sorted. So before we get to the airboat, I'm going to do a little cleaning up, do some reorganizing, and maybe make this garage a little bit more useful for some of my future projects. So I've got the airboat more excavated here without some of the junk that was on it. And then this is some of the standard gear that I carry around on the airboat when we take it out. Got our PFDs so we can be at least somewhat safe. We've got some bailing buckets in case we get a lot of water in it. This one's just an old milk jug cut in half. A little hand pump for smaller amounts of water. Earmuffs are very important because this thing is very loud. This pantyhose here is actually the air filter on my carburetor, so if I need a new air filter for some reason, I've got more of that. I've got some basic tools, some fenders for mooring up, spare gas, spare oil. This gas can is actually empty right now. I like to use fresh gas if possible. Some little bits of rope to tie off to things, spotlight, an anchor in case I need to stop somewhere. And then I've got some oars, so in case the engine dies, which it does die pretty frequently, I can row to shore. And then just a canoe paddle for shorter range navigation, turning around, things like that when I don't want to pull out the full-size oar. And then this is where I left things a few years ago when I sort of paused working on this. I was redoing all of the electrical wiring. So that includes a battery here in the center seat, and there's supposed to be a cover over this. I don't have it on here right now. Now, one reason that there's holes in these seats is that originally this boat hull was filled with foam, and it had been sitting around in someone's backyard for quite a while, and the mice had moved into these seats and just completely tunneled through that foam, pooped everywhere, hauled like rotting seeds in there, so it smelled really bad. So I just sliced these open, pulled out all that old rotten foam, and for a little more flotation, I'm actually in the process of replacing those holes with these nicer hatches and filling the seats with spray foam. So it's a little denser, hopefully won't collect mice as fast. Alright, I think I've wasted enough time on cleaning, so it's time to start doing some of the electrical on this airboat. It seems like I have a short circuit somewhere here in my navigation light system. My port and starboard lights work, but my center light is not working. Now, I can't imagine this video is particularly exciting because it's just me twisting wires together inside of this cage. So I'll probably just speed this up and you'll see a little montage of me doing some unlicensed electrical work on this airboat. Alright, I have all three nav lights working now. I think I had my wiring reverse polarity here, so I'll have to stitch that back together. And then we have to check on these headlights, which kind of work, but they're very dim. So I think some electricity is escaping somewhere along the wire. Headlight test number 2. Nothing. Now, I don't always do my own electrical work, but when I do it wrong. Let's see if this one will work. That looks pretty good. Now let's see if we can get the other one to work. Headlight test number 3. There we go. I had that one wired backwards. I've been using this metallic tape to stick my wires to the boat, can see it's up here underneath the edge. And this tape lasts amazingly well. It sticks amazingly well to aluminum. I'm not quite sure what it is, but it has stuck to this boat for several years, and it is holding all kinds of stuff in place. It works way better than duct tape. I know that's probably blasphemy, but it really does. I have no idea what the brand is, but it comes from Axeman Surplus, which is a wonderful source for everything. And then finally I've gotten the bilge pump hooked up. Alright, so that should be all of the lighting settled. Headlights, nav lights, both at once. And there's a little draw because I'm only using a 6 amp power supply. With a bigger battery, these should all run just fine. Alright, so I think my electrical is basically done. I'm going to leave some slack here because this entire assembly folds flat, and I want some slack in the cabling. This wire I'll probably tack onto here. This is for the starter motor. And I've got a little starter switch on my throttle. And then we've got our power cutoff here. And I think that we're just about ready to go on to the next step of taking that carb apart and tuning that up. Now I suspect this little devil is going to be my next nemesis. It is a Tillotson something or other carburetor. I can't actually find a model number on it, but I think I have the manual around somewhere. And I suspect that this has been sitting long enough that I'm going to have to tear it all down, redo all these gaskets, clean out the internals, and generally degunk it so it'll run effectively. Now, while I was crawling around inside the cage, it reminded me that I forgot a very vital step of this important safety sign. Because I would hate to see anything happen to this motor, I need to put this sign on the cage. Now, if you are crawling around in here and sticking your hand in here or doing any work around this propeller, you want to make sure not only that there's no fuel in it, there's no spark, your engine spark plug cutoff is turned off, and there's no way that this can power up if you bump it or spin it. I have now made this engine at least 10% safer. So that's about all the time that I have for this video. I think I will save the carburetor and the other general engine tune-up for the next video. So if you'd like to see that one when it comes out, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And if you liked this video, go ahead and click the like button. And that does let me know that people enjoy these and want to see more of me building things and taping things to other things and generally rednecking things together. Until next time, thanks for watching.